Okay, so I keep getting this question and I thought I would answer it today on how I am waking up in the morning. So if you are watching my stories, I have been waking up for today's day 19, that I have been waking up usually before 6 every morning. On days I have calls, it's like 4:30. And I wanted to kind of go through how I am doing this because a lot of people are shocked, but they're not at the same time because they're like, oh, someone like Tess can do that, but I can't. And so I want to talk about like the steps that it took me to get to this because I am not a morning person, or I was not a morning person. I am now becoming a morning person. So I'm going to tell you kind of some of the things that I've been using to help myself become this person that I really want to be. First of all, I need to tell you why I want to do this. I love my mornings because I get time to myself. I get time to myself without being touched by children. And it's something that I am more productive earlier in the day. And mostly because I've got big goals and big dreams and I want to change my life. I want to change my life. I want so much more. I want so much more. So anyways, that's why I decided I was jumping all in. And also because I wanted to challenge myself to see okay, first let me start with the books. The two books that have influenced me greatly in this are The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins and Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Not Hal Elrod. Anyways, Hal Elrod. The 5-second rule is super important because she goes through how you literally do this 5-second rule. When your brain tells you not to do something like that, everybody wants to get out of bed. No one like in the morning regrets getting out of bed, right? Like no one's like, I shouldn't have got out of bed this morning. Like everyone is like, oh, I'm so glad I was productive. I'm so glad I could get myself out of bed. I just couldn't get myself out of bed. I want to do these things, but then is it really worth it? So the 5-second rule kind of takes you through literally as soon as the thought comes true, or as soon as like your alarm goes off, your brain shuts off and you just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and you go do it. You don't sit there and tell yourself, but I don't want to be awake. I don't want to, blah, 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 blah. You go through it. You don't have to. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and you get out of bed and you do it because as soon as you start moving, you're fine. It's really not a big deal. Okay, the other one, Morning Miracle, you guys. This was in my Social Sisterhood Elite group as the book of the month this last month. You guys, this book is pure gold. Love it, love it, love it. It literally takes you through why mornings can be so successful. And then not only why, but what you can be doing in the morning. And he takes it through to the point where there's a chapter dedicated to like I think it's the 6-minute miracle morning where you just wake up 6 minutes earlier and do 6 of the steps in the morning and how that alone can affect your life. So if you don't have this book, I highly recommend it. And then I highly recommend you take the 30-day challenge because in 20 days, it's changed my life. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what I do in the morning. So my routine is I have my alarm currently in my bathroom. My alarm goes off. I set my time for different times. If I have calls, I'm usually waking up early. So I can make sure I get everything in. Today I slept in till 5:30, which like literally I was going to like set my alarm last night and was like, oh, that's 8 hours of sleep. I know I don't need 8 hours of sleep. I'll be okay. But I was like, you know what? It's been a crazy couple days. I'm going to give myself that time. So I set my alarm different times every day, depending on what's going on through that day. You're going to be tempted to give yourself a later time, but in the beginning, you just got to push through it and stick with it. So I set my alarm, put it in my bathroom. So I have to get out of bed to go turn it off. So my alarm goes off in the morning. I actually have an alarm clock that I have to do math problems for it to stop ringing. So I have like 3 math problems I have to do, which also gets me out of my head of, oh, I'm just going to shut this off and go back to bed. I just start doing those math problems and then just start my routine. Usually I take a picture to show everybody I'm awake on my stories. And then I immediately start this motivational list of like speakers that are really amazing. Anyways, it's like hardcore great stuff. Anyways, so I then jump in and I unload the dishwasher, load dishes if there's still dishes from the night before. This is the first thing I do. Why? Because I absolutely hate doing dishes. So I do it straight off in the morning, and then I light a candle as my reward. I have my candle and I have my energy drink first thing and just sit down, and then I start my me time. Oh, I love it. I literally this has been like my jam. So first thing I do, Jamie, go in the other room, please. First thing I do is, this is my gratitude journal. It's just a little simple, easy journal. And I write 5 things I'm grateful for. When I first started this, I was horrible at finding things. I was like, I'm grateful for my house. I'm getting better and better and better at being grateful for things, because grateful people there's so many studies about grateful people. I'm not going to share it with you because you can figure it out. Next one I do is 1 line a day. So I go from the day before and I write in something that happened on that day, so I can kind of keep a memory. Like made caramel popcorn with the boys and watched Toy Story 3. There you go. I have little memories. There we go. That's my form of journaling. Next book I jump into is You Are a Bad A Every Day. If you haven't read the You're a Bad A series, whew, Jen Shapira, she will tell you how it is. Anyways, these are just little sections every day to read so you can be a better version of yourself. Next one is 100 Days to Brave. And these are devotionals. These are just Christian devotionals. I believe she is, I don't know what religion she is, but it's Christian, really good, just 100 days, and they're just little snippet devotionals about being brave. Really good, really good. Once a week, I do 52 lists for happiness, and these I've really loved because it's inspired me. Like, they have a little prompt, so I usually do this Monday morning, once a week, Monday mornings. I also have just my notebook, and I write down all my affirmations. That may be woo-woo to you. Cool, whatever. Not your jam? Sweet. I'm going to do what the rich people are doing, and this is what the rich people are doing. I will do whatever in the heck it takes to be like the people that are successful. So I'm going to do it. So I write my affirmations, and then I write my goals for the day, and I do this every single morning. Every single morning, I write my goals and my affirmations. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday and Sunday, I do them every single day. And then I usually read lately for I have lots of groups I run, you guys, so many groups. For my, Mindset Manage group, we're reading Girl, Go Wash Your Face. So I'll read through this and highlight and get good stuff. I have lots of books. My Social Sisterhood Elite group, which is currently $15. This is the book we're reading for next month, How Successful People Think. And that group, we're going to hit some major goals by the end of the year. I also go through my planner and I plan out my day and all my goals I have to hit and what I need to do to hit those goals. I read a lot. It's my favorite. I love my mornings. I have a lot planned, but you don't have to have a ton planned. You just have to start with something. So I'm 20 days in. So let me tell you some of my success stories. Number 1, my success stories, like, I can get up and I love it. When I first started, I did not. You have to get past that first 10 days. You have to get past it. And all of a sudden, it turns into something that you really look forward to. If you don't know what to do in the mornings, then let's chat. I'll help you figure out what works for you. Did I say I exercise? I also exercise in the morning. So all this usually before my kids even wake up. So, and then I usually have calls on other days where I am either teaching things or I'm learning from other people. So I have a lot going on. So that's one of my successes, that I have turned into a morning person, and I love my mornings. I don't want to miss a morning. That's why I don't take off Saturday and Sundays or holidays, because I know it's going to make my day hard if I don't wake up early. So I make it a priority. If you want to do it, but you're not, it's not a priority in your life. So I am now making this a priority. The next thing I really did was I wanted this to be a science experiment to see if I could wake up early and if it would affect my income. And in the last 20 days, I have increased my income by $800. Just in 20 days. I have not doubled my income, but I have increased it by $800. $800. I have way more time to work on the things I need to. Anyways, so figure out why this is something you want to do. And if you need support, That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I love you all, and that was a really fast version, but I'm super excited. If you have any questions, just let me know. Love my mornings.